All right, everyone, we are back. Happy Hump Day. Actually, happy Liberation Day. So it's 1 p.m. PST. The Liberation Day conference is happening right now. So I don't want to, we're going to get bits and pieces. Let's talk about it at the end of the pod, hopefully.
Yeah, by the end of the pod, we'll know what he's doing.
Yeah, I think it's going to take.
He's live right now.
He's live right now. He's showing up to Rose Garden. Rose Garden to give us.
The market was actually kind of up.
Yeah. Well, I think it was like a buy the rumor, sell the news type of situation. Everyone was so negative. So they started selling. And now that it's come close, maybe everyone's like, maybe we oversold too much. We don't know what he's going to say.
Yeah. No one knows.
So we'll know in a little bit. So I don't want to talk about it.
Like 45 minutes, we'll know.
Yeah. Well, all the big guys will start giving the summaries of like the tariffs and stuff like that. And then we can discuss it. But I
will say, so a CEO of a fairly large late stage tech company that requires goods that come from Asia. He basically said the tariffs is just a straight tax, and he's not political at all.
Yeah.
In the sense that he's not like a Trumper, he's not like a liberal, and he's basically said like this is a straight tax on the American consumer.
Well, yeah.
If you don't do, he's like, if you don't do 40% tariffs, nothing's coming back to America.
Yeah.
He goes to 10, 15, 20. He's like, it's not going to work.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. It could be 40. Maybe he has an advisor that said you should do 40.
Yeah.
So
we'll find out in 45 minutes.
It's a 40% tariff.
But he said whatever's been teased is just a tax on the American consumer.
I think in 6 months it won't matter. This is all game. It's all show.
What do you think about the Elon divide?
Well, he just said absolutely false. He just tweeted. That's a lie. That's what he just said.
But it came from his administration. Someone leaked it. I'm telling you, there's a divide.
Yeah, I believe it. But if he's coming out and denying it, so.
He did lose last night, big.
Well, he lost a random judge seat in Wisconsin.
But he was given $1 million out.
Yeah. It didn't work this time. Well, I think
I'm telling you, like, even if you look at Indiana, 2 days ago, I think, there was a town hall with a Republican congressperson. Indiana is very red, right? It's as red as it gets. And they were booing the congressperson. It's all white people.
Yeah.
It wasn't minorities.
Look, I think there's nothing to get excited about right now. That's what I'm saying. It's 6 months. It's going to be very painful for America for 6 months.
Yeah, we'll see if any of it works. But
yeah, I mean,
in the near term, he's alienating his own base.
Yeah, he's alienating everyone.
His base, the billionaires, everyone.
Yeah, he's got conviction, got balls. Next February, he has till next February because that's when all the campaigning for 26 will happen. He has till next February. If you do not,
you said 6 months. Now you're giving me a year.
No. I'm saying for the election. I think the economy 6 months. That's all he's been given. He's gonna get passed for 6 months.
Yeah, because there's a lot of elections that are going to happen between now and November. These random one-off elections.
Yeah. I think economically, he has 6 months. That's it. You don't get any more time. That's how people vote with their wallet. Social issues do not matter.
I agree with that.
So it's just money.
Yeah.
Right now, people are down. So if you don't change that momentum in 6 months, you could ban everything. No one gives a fuck. All they care about is money.
Yeah.
If you have more money, you win. You have less money, you lose.
I agree with that.
No, so I think totally. That's so the most exciting news for the day is actually not even Liberation Day. Holy shit. I don't know if you saw how many people made a play for TikTok today.
Yeah, I saw OnlyFans.
OnlyFans just made a play. Amazon made a play. AppLovin is making a play.
I don't even know what AppLovin is.
AppLovin is on fire. It's one of the hottest like ad tech companies. So clearly TikTok is back in play. Everyone was just sleeping on it. And I think it's going to happen. That's going to get divested.
Don't you think China will just block it?
No.
You think they'd let it go?
Yeah, I think they will.
Is that part of the tariff negotiation that's happening right now?
Yes. They'll go a bullshit 10% tariff. TikTok gets divested. Everyone's happy. Americans are happy because we get to have our TikTok. That's all we care about.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Americans are addicted.
They are addicted, but like you said, usage was down.
Yeah. But so is Facebook.
I mean, I use less TikTok because I think it's just all contrived at this point. It used to be fun and entertaining and just like nonsense. And that's
the
why I said on the
businesses
last.
are there now.
What's that?
The businesses are there,
Yeah.
and they've utilized.
They're just using clips from, we talked about this in the last pod
Yeah.
ad nauseum, but
Yeah.
they're just using clips and trying to sell product.
Yeah, I mean, I think the way that I think about it is, 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, Facebook basically had the worst reputation. Everyone was delete Facebook, delete Instagram.
Yep.
He changed his image. He changed, the perception of the company, and the rocket ship continued. I think that's potential with TikTok, where they're constantly altering. I mean, if Amazon and TikTok go together, it's fucked. I do not want those two companies to be together.
Yeah, that's why I don't think it's going to happen.
That one, I'm not down to approve that one.
Amazon TikTok shop.
That's the scariest thing for everybody. That's like a monopoly. Oh, the discovery is all happening on TikTok, and the distribution is all happening on Amazon. It's great purchase for Amazon. Fucking horrible for everyone in the industry.
Yeah, because I don't think people realize how TikTok shop would accelerate, how quickly
It's over.
Yeah.
If it's Amazon Prime on TikTok shop.
I mean, I was on TikTok on the drive over here. It's nonsense.
Yeah.
It's just shopping.
Yeah. Well,
There's no content anymore.
So that's where the money is. The money's not in anything else. But how do you, because they're not getting the ad rates that Facebook gets. Nowhere near. They don't get the CPMs. They don't get the click-throughs. So they have to nail shopping.
Yeah, methylphenidate. What is it? Ollie might know what it is. Methylphenidate. I see Rogan.
I get a lot of
clips.
beef tallow.
Beef tallow.
I get a lot of beef tallow ads. Methylcobalamin.
Maybe, yeah. But everything's an ad for some supplement.
Yeah, supplements are hot.
Are you seeing it in your business?
Supplements on fire, absolutely on fire. It is, and think about it from this perspective.
I get perfect amino acids, which I actually have at home.
Nestle has like an entire division, the medical life sciences, basically, and it's all these supplement brands that are massive. It's similar to like Kellogg has like taken a huge bet on pet. Like, I think Kellogg sells more pet food now than real food. And if you look at some of the trends, like if you look at the supplement industry, even though in our little bubble, it feels like everyone's on Mary Ruth and Thorne and whatever, bone broth and beef tallow, the rest of the country still isn't on this shit. These things are going to become huge. And think about it like this. They're pretty easy to manufacture. They have insane margins, and it's a consumable, right? So you're replenishing them quite often. It's an incredible business. So I think supplements will continue to grow and grow. And there's so many things to attack. Sleep, energy, similar to what you're doing, Ali, on the Ray stuff, right? Like you're trying to find all these things that you need to address. And then if everyone's on Ozempic, they're all going to become malnourished. So you're going to need supplements. It's kind of like this better for you ecosystem is going to be crazy. Insane. So yeah, there's a lot of ads.
Yeah, no, it's just
they have room to spend. So when's the deadline for TikTok? I think it's coming up. It's in April.
I mean, it'll keep extending.
Yeah. But I think it's in the negotiation of the tariffs, in my opinion. Because great call with President Ping.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just keep refreshing Twitter, sorry, to see what this guy's about to say.
Yeah.
Because it's happening real time.
Yeah, it's hot.
I keep getting notifications.
Yeah. Look, I think, so here we go. To impose 10% across the board tariff on all imports. Tariffs will be based by country and industry. So 10, 15, and 20%. Trump wants to mirror tariffs imposed by countries on U.S. imports, but the UK's 20% VAT rate could, for the White House, count as a tariff. So we'll see. The market's going to love this because if it's only 10 or 20%, doesn't matter.
Deadline for TikTok's April 5th.
Oh, shit.
That's in a few days.
Friday.
Yeah. That's why everyone's making the play.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if OnlyFans bought it.
Just make it into porn. Stop with the shopping. Just sell sex.
It's owned by one guy.
Yeah. Great. Good for him. He probably one of the, he's not celebrated enough.
No, he's
he's done a lot for women empowerment.
Yeah, you can
He's
make the
made
argument.
more women millionaires than any other company.
I would agree.
But he's not celebrated.
No one even knows his name.
Yeah. Shouldn't he be celebrated?
Maybe the woke should make him.
Yeah. The spokesperson for feminism.
Yeah.
Independence.
Abortion rights. He needs abortion rights.
What?
He needs abortion rights.
Especially with that one girl who's boating everyone.
Yeah, the Australian chick. And then there's that chick from Miami, University of Miami.
Doing the same thing?
Yeah.
Wow. On OnlyFans?
I think that's where she makes her money.
Got it. That's unbelievable. All right. So we'll wait and see what happens.
It'll happen in the next couple days, whether it gets extended or
China says, fuck it. It's off.
Yeah.
If I'm China, the play I would do is just go full off.
I actually think the creators don't benefit from TikTok anymore. I don't even see them anymore.
Who?
Like the content creators. Like before, like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was this whole economy.
Yeah.
Now it's just super famous people that are just getting clipped.
Oh, I follow a lot of random people.
Like, I mean, I see Speed and Kai Cenat and
Yeah.
the Tom Brady
Well, those
roast.
are the most famous.
Yeah, they're too famous.
Yeah.
They're just like, it doesn't matter if TikTok exists or doesn't.
Yeah.
They're still going to be super famous.
Yeah. 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 All right. Well, I don't
think you can get famous again on TikTok.
Yeah.
Is my point.
Oh, here's the latest on the TikTok situation. White House close to endorsing deal for TikTok US, new outside investors to include Blackstone. ByteDance would retain 19.9% stake in new company. TikTok America to be 50% owned by new US investors. That's the proposal.
Okay. Yeah, I'm searching Twitter right now.
So we'll see.
Crypto's up a little bit.
Yeah.
So risk assets are going up.
I'm telling you, this everything's gonna rip. That's what I know how this
Futures
game is played.
are up.
Everything's up. The tariffs were great. It's done. It's certainty. This is what it is. Certainty was the play. And Bissett just said every country is welcome to negotiate down their tariffs.
And I see you mentioned it yesterday. Otani Bobble Night.
Yes,
You're getting one tonight?
So we're going back tonight. It's spring break this week and last week, and unfortunately, because of my travel, like, is impossible for us to go anywhere. So I wanted to at least do something. So tonight in LA, we have Shohei Ohtani Bobble Night playing the Braves, Dodger Stadium. Downtown LA, I don't know if there's a Lakers or Clippers game, but maybe. There's also Messi is in town.
No, it's in Miami.
It's here.
It's
LAFC,
Miami? Is it
the
here?
next week's game is in Miami.
Oh.
But the game's at 8:30 tonight. It's too late for the kids. And I don't care to go if I
Why
wasn't.
didn't Dustin invite me?
Probably a hot ticket to get.
He's listening.
Yeah. Well, he's at the game now. But yeah, Messi's in town, so it's going to be pandemonium downtown LA. Okay, moving on. We'll come back as we get more news on TikTok and Amazon. TikTok and the tariffs. The other big news that came out today that was not surprising considering his new best friend and board member, Meta is striking a deal with the UFC. And I think it's something to do with the VR, AR like experience of watching a fight. Like, they're going to put cameras on these guys. You're going to get a very close-eyed look of how to watch sports in the future. Would you wear a goggle to watch an NFL game if you could watch it directly from the perspective of a player?
So I haven't been to Cosm,
Yeah, but
which is probably the closest to it.
So Cosm, for those that don't know, there's two locations. I think one in Arizona or Texas and one in LA, in Inglewood. And it's basically this all immersive experience, huge screen. Like, seems like they got their own little camera angles. bar.
You're basically courtside.
Yeah. And it looks like everyone's having a great time.
And the thing with Cosm that I think is unique is that you're not putting goggles on.
Yeah.
I don't think the goggles work.
Yeah. I'm not a goggle guy.
I've been to a few VRAR conferences and I've tried all the goggles. And obviously I'm sure the tech's way better now.
Yeah.
But I can't see myself wanting to put a goggle on and watch a sports game.
Yeah.
But I do think Cosm works. And the friends, I had a few friends that went to the March Madness stuff for Cosm, and they said it was incredible. They said it was like...
Yeah. The problem with Cosm, it's bloody expensive. Very expensive. It's not cheap. Everyone tells me, oh, I went to Cosm. I go, how much was it? You know, you sit there 4 hours, you order drinks, this, you spend $1,000.
Easy.
And so if you're going to spend that kind of money, go to the fucking game. And by the way, speaking of like, because the kids are on spring break, I've been looking for a game, just anything to do. So, you know, I check Clipper tickets, I check Laker tickets, man, prices have really dropped. They're not like what they used to be.
Well, you said you went to Dodger Stadium under face value for the best seat in the house.
Yeah, for Dugout Club. Which is crazy.
And what about tonight?
Tonight I paid face. It was just...
But which is crazy because the Dodgers are the greatest show in town for baseball.
By the way, I had to get one extra ticket because we're bringing somebody. And I was like, oh, when did the game sold out? I just went to MLB.com, clicked the Dodgers, and I was able to buy a seat right in front of us for face. There are tickets available. The problem is, and I see this is my concern about the concert industry as well. The baseline ticket for a concert and a sporting event today is too high. So like today, we're sitting in the second deck, loge seats, the blue. So there's Dugout Club, which is right on the field. There's field level, and loge is the blue. We're sitting in blue. The face value of these seats right behind home plate is $195.
That's pretty expensive for that second deck.
It's too much.
That's too much.
Too much. So family of four is $800 before
parking,
food, drinks, parking.
You're at $1,500.
Yeah, if we don't get these fucking bobbleheads, which sounds like we're not, because everyone's apparently going to wait in line.
No, they said every person in attendance gets one.
It says 40,000. There's 53.
Oh, so
it's not sold out. There's going to be people stuck in traffic. We're going early. I'm literally from here going there. We're going to pick the kids up and go. Because I'm like, if these kids see these people with bobbleheads and we don't have one.
That's a problem.
Yeah. But at least we don't have to buy anything. Because if we get bobbleheads, we don't have to buy them merch.
We're going August 6th.
Yeah, we'll go for the Cardinals.
And it was Cardinals at LA, and it's Ohtani World Series ring.
Yeah. The whole thing.
It's just Ohtani.
Well, there's a Freddie Freeman bobbleheads the next week.
Really?
But it's the programming. It's the only way to keep people engaged. They have Korean night coming up. They have Japanese night.
Yeah.
They have.
But it's actually concerning because the Dodgers do have the best players in the entire Major League Baseball.
And it was not sold out last night.
It's not sold out.
It's not sold out.
That's weird.
And it's week 2.
And they're hot.
The last week, you figure the first 10. I get it in the middle of July. And it's spring break in LA. Every kid is off.
That's not a good sign for the economy.
No, that's a bad sign.
And they might be overpricing things.
I think that's the problem. It's the same thing on hotels, and I think people are talking about
when we used to go to Dodger games as kids with our parents.
It was $25.
Yeah,
$50.
You were a couple $100.
Yeah, but that's not like I
know inflation exists and whatever, everything goes up, but I think it would be tough to justify for a family of 4 to spend $1,000 on a random Wednesday night.
It's absurd. I couldn't believe. I thought I was going to spend like $300, $400. It's insane.
Yeah,
Too high.
What do you think happens? Do you think it rectifies?
Yeah, I think they're going to drop. I think all prices are going to have to drop everywhere. Like
so we're about to hit into concert season this summer.
Yeah,
everyone's going to come through LA at SoFi.
I mean, just look up Ollie, you have your phone on you? Look up Coachella on StubHub. See how much prices are. It's next week. This should be the peak of its pricing. People that want to go have to go. It should be significantly above retail.
It'll be below.
Then that
How much is a
GA?
GA? $500?
No, I think it's less. Coachella GA prices. Let's see. There it is. Yeah. $649 and $599.
That's GA, not VIP.
Yeah.
What's the difference between $649 and $599?
VIP is $13.99 and $11.99. I'm sure there's like maybe a special pass or entrance. Yeah. How much are StubHub tickets? $650. So
it's face.
Yeah. By next week, that means it'll be dropped. So if you want to go to Coachella, you could probably get it under retail.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah. We'll see. All right, moving on. The big news on Tesla. Global vehicle delivery sank 13% in first quarter. Obviously, the big news on that is basically there's news that people are boycotting Tesla. I think more from what I've read, the numbers looks like Europe, huge boycott. China, obviously, BYD is a stiff competition. America, I don't know the exact number of how much the American market was affected. I think the American market, my guess, is less affected. I think Europe, they're more of a polarized view of him than probably even here, where they're just like, fuck it, we'll boycott. Plus BYD is available in Europe. So I think that's the bigger
Yeah,
problem.
I mean, speaking of TikTok, I saw Speed, the Twitch streamer. He jumped in a BYD car and he couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it. I mean, I'm sure it's marketed. Like they probably told him to do it.
Speed must have made $100 million to go to China. It is a state-sponsored, brainwashing fucking... They have them doing the kung fu. They have them doing history, speaking the language, hopping in cars, eating the food.
The spicy food. I want to try that food.
This is peak. This is a national security.
It's still going. Yeah. I don't know if he's there anymore. The clips are still going.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, this is brainwashing. This is what America was good at.
Aiden Ross was on some podcast. I saw the clip that he thinks Speed's the most famous person in the world. I thought it was Kai because I'm a Kai guy.
Yeah, but Speed's more international.
Yeah, maybe.
I think for young people, I don't think an adult knows who he is.
But have you seen Kai bring in his roommates?
No, I don't follow these guys.
It's amazing.
I haven't followed.
He's got this Taiwanese kid that he put on.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he got his visa sorted out because he was in Taiwan. And
they brought him over.
He brought him over, and then he had a whole display of all his new roommates that he's paying for, which are all streamers. Yeah. So I only know him.
Yeah.
And Ray, the Taiwanese kid. It's hysterical. Yeah. It's better than anything on Netflix, anything on television. I'm sure you saw it, Josh.
Yeah, they actually just announced that he got his visa this week, and they had this huge production company do this like $100,000 video, super cinematic. It was crazy.
Yeah,
he said. So this kid, the Taiwanese kid, comes. He hasn't been in the U.S. for 4 months because he got kicked out, and he came back. And he starts talking on the stream, and Kai just goes, "You forgot how to fucking talk English? I don't understand anything you're fucking saying." It's just such good content.
Right,
I don't
watch
know.
It. All right, just moving on to the Tesla thing.
I mean, there's protests in Malibu right now, which is a very wealthy white community. So it's not like
where are they protesting in Malibu?
There's a Tesla dealership.
Okay, there's not many people there. That seems like a paid for. That seems like a paid for.
Enough for similar to how you said Dominic said, "Oh, Elon's a bad guy." My friend was driving with his kids, and his kids were like, "What's going on here?
Yeah,
I don't get this.
Yeah,
is there something bad going on?"
No, I agree. I think it is definitely seeping. It's very Bud Lighty, where it's like seeping subconsciously, like into the culture.
fact that kids are recognizing it is
So to me, the only thing.
Because like if you're a kid and your mom or dad comes home with the Tesla, you'll probably be like, well, I'm not getting that.
It depends. A 16-year-old boy might like it even more.
Right.
It depends who it is. Maybe an 8-year-old doesn't really have an opinion on Elon Musk and doesn't know.
But it's shocking that it's hitting that age group.
Yeah.
That's
Well, some adult is saying in front of them. That's the key. It could be a teacher. It could be a parent. You know, they're not going to dinner at fucking Nice Guy and having conversations about SpaceX.
Yeah. No, it's fascinating that the kids are understanding it.
Yeah. So
that's the only thing I'm saying.
Yeah, I think he has to put out hot product, and otherwise it's going to continue. The only thing that'll change, it's like if that robo taxi actually hits Austin in June and it starts driving people around like Waymo is doing, then that's. By the way, yesterday I wanted to use a Waymo. It doesn't come to my street. It falls short by 3 blocks. So I put the address of right where it starts to the office. It was $12.85, which I thought was very expensive. I go on Uber X, $11. Why the fuck do I want to take a Waymo?
Yeah. No, I mean,
for me, as a male, there's no point. I'd rather go for the cheapest option. I think
you know what the problem with Uber X is. This has happened in the last couple weeks twice. The Uber X shows up and the entire side has been hit.
Yeah, it's just trash cars.
No, meaning they're terrible drivers.
Yeah.
You'll never see that in Uber Black.
No, of course not. But
I walked in, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Should I get in this car? This person clearly got hit. Sideswipe.
Yeah, but you're going half a mile.
Yeah,
where are you going?
True.
You're not going far. So the interesting thing is I saw someone in San Francisco post that a lot of parents on the weekends are sending their children in Waymos to sporting events and competitions.
Because they don't want to go.
Obviously, this is like typical, like, non-committal parents. But what they said was San Francisco tech people are so funny to me. When I read that, I was like, I felt bad. I read it as like,
for the kids?
Yes. I'm like, the technology's gotten so good that they don't even need to go anymore. Because you have a camera vision of where your child goes, right? And it's not a human being, so you have no worry about they're gonna get safely to their destination. This guy deducts it as Waymo has increased the TAM of the opportunity. We never realized that all these people would take without their kids. Like, everything is always like the opportunity in the business, not like the societal impact of. Let's say Waymo gets so safe, computer, you can watch a camera of your child getting dropped off. Great. Is it good for convenience and safety? Yes. All we're doing is adding more layers of distance between our children.
Yeah, so don't have children.
Yeah, if you don't want to take your kids to a sporting event, don't have fucking kids.
I agree with that.
Like, what's the point?
I mean, you hear about so many stories of, I listened to the Bill Simmons pod for the last, 15 years. And he talks about his favorite moments were driving his daughter to soccer events.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's when I got to talk to her.
Yeah, that's it.
And he's like, when she got older, she didn't want to talk to him.
Yeah.
He's like, I miss those days of like being 10, 11, and they want to talk to you.
Yeah. And what's interesting is after sports, we're all in the car together. And then I always go, what are 3 things you did well today? What are 3 things you want to work on? So we'll play this game, right? And what's interesting is Haley's now following all these like sports parenting things. And one of them they said was the car ride home after a sporting event is some of the most memorable for a child. It's like, how do you react to it? Like, are you mad that they lost? Are you frustrated they didn't play well? Like, that little moment is so precious. Now you got Waymo. You're going to have an AI agent just say, hey, Dominic, how'd you do today? Oh, we lost. Oh, that's too bad. It's literally going to be a voiced parent. You could probably even record your own voice. And then this fucking robot's going to talk to you and parent you.
It's a pretty dark vision to society because it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think
That's why I'm not like as on the Waymo when everyone's like, oh, all the kids are using it just so safely travel. I was like, increase the TAM, but like, no, it's actually decreasing society though.
Yeah, and it decreases your connection with your kids.
Yeah, like it's so stupid. Like, and I'm surprised that it's like legal.
That kids can go. There
Like,
should
even
be an
in
over
Uber,
18.
like-
it should be over 18 to be
Because I know
honest.
15-year-olds are in Ubers all day.
Oh yeah, all day. I actually agree with that. I think to send someone in an Uber, they have to be over 18
Yeah,
or a Waymo.
yeah. Waymo is going to be 6-year-olds soon.
Easy.
Easy. Go on, Jimmy. The robot will take you to school. That's what's going to happen. All right. More interesting news on the economy. It kind of went, with all the Las Vegas talk we've had recently, some numbers came out. Gaming revenue slid 9% in February.
Mm-hmm.
One thing is that it is being comped against the Super Bowl being in Vegas
Fair.
the year before.
Yep.
But people are saying the average room rate went from $268 to $198. That restaurants are empty. You said you saw empty tables, slot machines, things of that nature.
Yeah. So I think multiple things are happening. I think that
And then there's tourism is down.
yeah, the travel internationally.
Yeah.
So in Vegas, they rely on Canadian travel
They rely and Chinese.
and Chinese and Europe, and they're not coming because of all the policies that are happening.
Yep.
And I think that's pretty clear. And then secondly, the odds have changed so much on the table games that it's just not even fun to play.
Yep.
You just know, like 10 years ago, the odds were not in your favor, but you could get on a hot streak. You can't anymore.
Yeah.
You just lose. I lost interest after like 30 minutes of playing table games. I just withdrew $500. It disappeared. And I was like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
There's no incentive.
Yeah. I mean, and I think like eating out in Vegas is so bloody expensive.
Insane.
Even the
You're
coffee.
there a lot.
What?
You're there a lot.
A lot. It's like the Starbucks is double at the hotel. It's double the price. It's like literally $10 for like the same.
I wonder if like a Reno can take market share.
It's such a dump.
I haven't been, but
It's a dump.
yeah,
It's a horrible place.
because they have the gambling.
They have the gambling, but they don't have everything else. Like we need 30% cheaper prices in Vegas. Like this is a place where like automation if Vegas installed some automation and lowered the number of workers, they can reduce prices. Because that's the thing with the Waymo thing that really pissed me off is I want to pay $5. That's how much I want to pay to go to work. $5.
Yeah, no,
I don't want to spend 12 and then surge of 20 on busy days. That's too much. I want to spend $5 to take me 2 fucking miles.
Yeah, the other thing about Vegas from my trip a couple weeks ago, which was March, so not Feb, I was at the Encore Wynn property and didn't leave.
Yeah.
24 hours.
Yeah.
You had an employee that I talked to that was at the MGM. He said it was crickets. So
Hotel.
it's the hotel.
Yeah.
So I think it's consistent that the whole
How
strip,
much was your flight?
not much. And it was easy to get a flight.
$300?
Yeah.
Southwest?
Delta.
Okay. But I definitely think there's a
But
lot.
there was no problem to get a Sunday morning flight to LA.
Yeah.
Which is typically on a Vegas weekend that's supposed to be big.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Fidelity has officially allowed retirement accounts to invest in crypto, but how do they do it? How are they doing it? Is it through an ETF or it's through another mechanism?
Fidelity has a partnership with Coinbase, but it's not clear if they're actually owning the coins or are they just owning the ETF. I don't think that's been clear yet. But what this does kind of indicate is that all the major banks are going to be forced to do this. So right now, if you're a rich person at Goldman, JP Morgan, UBS, and you say, hey, I want to buy Bitcoin, they're not even allowed to advise you. The advisor legally is not allowed to advise you.
Fidelity.
No, at a major bank.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to advise you legally because that's their rules.
Got it. Let's hit the law.
Or whatever their internal laws are. B, they can't even get you access to any of this stuff. And they just have to kind of just earmuffs. I don't know what you said.
Yeah.
So think about the market expansion of people that want to have at least 1%, 2%.
Yeah, it's huge. I think the Bitcoin exposure is the one that makes the most. It's becoming unclear if anything else will exist in serious form.
I saw Amit tweet that Ethereum is the computer.
Yeah,
today.
I mean, obviously, Ethereum's fell behind.
It's still holding value.
But it's not like.
He built. Of course, not compared to Bitcoin, but he built a company on Ethereum.
Well, of course, he has to say that. If he built it on something else, he'll call that. He has
Solana's just meme coins.
Yeah, but we understand that memes. We understand. All right. The market is completely shit the bed. S&P is now down 4%. The real tariffs have now come in.
Oh, God. I'm getting
46% on Vietnam. 46%. He is putting 46% on pho. He is saying no more pho in America. It's over.
Oh, my God.
32% on Taiwan.
49% on Cambodia.
30% on all Japanese goods. Sushi, gone. He wants McDonald's.
Oh, this is crazy.
30% tariff on all Indian goods.
34% on China. 37% on Botswana.
Remember you said 40%?
Yeah.
He did it.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
So he has good people around him. Someone in his camp said, if you're going to do it, you got to be close to 40.
I said that at the bottom of the episode. Let me see what's going on in the stock market. Oh God.
It's collapsed. It's complete.
You said the S&P's down
4%.
That's wild.
Yeah. Look at Bitcoin. It's down. It was at 88,000. Now it's 85. In 1 minute.
That's not that bad.
That's 4% though.
Yeah, but Bitcoin 4% is the equivalent of like S&P 25%.
Yeah. But yeah, the market just collapsed. This guy's gone batshit crazy. The fun has officially started. Can you believe this guy just dropped the hammer? You said 40%. This guy did it.
That means I know a good CEO.
Yeah. And I think they didn't think he would do it. He goes, there will be complaints from the globalists and the fake news. What do you think? Like Taiwan, what do we get from Taiwan? Semiconductors?
Yeah.
So he's protecting NVIDIA? What's the play there?
Yeah. We need the GPUs.
So fuck everyone.
And the iPhone.
Yeah.
Comes from there.
But they've diversified. India
I gotta keep looking at Twitter. Sorry.
India's a big one. 30%.
The stock market futures just
25% tariff on South Korea. 36% tariff on Thailand. I like that. Switzerland is 31%. Cambodia is he really fucked Cambodia.
What has come from Cambodia? Clothing? Is it apparel? What's in Cambodia?
Opium. Could be a drug thing.
Oh my God, this is wild.
This is so insane.
Term, but a beautiful term. Groceries.
Oh my God.
So it says a bag with different things in it. Groceries went through.
This is live.
And I campaigned on that. I talked about the word groceries for a lot. And energy costs now are down. Groceries are down. Gasoline is way under $3, and people are.
All right. So what's the long-term game? You think he's going to get everyone at the negotiating table?
I think India will. And you know what he just said? Indians rip us off.
Yeah, I know he said that. And Modi loves him.
So I think India is so capitalist.
All that matters is China.
India matters.
India matters.
Yeah. India matters. China
But
matters.
Cambodia doesn't matter. I think he just wants to crater Cambodia.
Yeah, maybe someone one day a Cambodian was addicted to him. He's like, you know what? When I grow up one day, I'm gonna fuck these Cambodians.
Cambodia. I've been to Cambodia.
Yeah,
It's a very small country.
it's over.
There isn't much there.
Yeah, I don't even know what would we buy from Cambodia.
It says we get textiles, rice.
No,
and
there's clothing for sure. I know that's a fact. There's clothing factories, but there's nothing going on in Cambodia.
Yeah.
I've been there. It's a tourist spot,
Yeah,
similar to Thailand.
that's not the one that matters. The one that matters is China. It's 34%. That is,
So this TikTok deal is not happening. There's no chance China allows it now.
yeah. China needs to shut it down. I think China should shut down TikTok as their most leveraged play because people will hate Trump if TikTok is no longer around from a social impact. 34% from China. That is insane. Insane.
Oh my God.
Wow.
But he doesn't like. So Ryan Peterson from Flexport, 46% tariff on Vietnam, 49% on Cambodia is an absolute bomb. So many companies moved all their production there to get out of China.
You should stay in China. It's cheaper. 34%.
I think he's feeling it the most.
Well, it's
'Cause
confusing.
I see his tweets. He's like really sad.
You think so?
I
think it's
mean,
good
I'm
for
just
him.
saying from his tweets.
Yeah, because he knows it's like they're in the importing business. He doesn't want onshoring in America to happen. Is that good for him?
Terrible for him.
Yeah.
His whole business is bringing offshore to onshore.
Yeah. He's got to change. Might need to get into trucking. Trucking is going to be big.
The CEO I'm mentioning, it was trucking.
Yeah, that's going to benefit. You know why? We're bringing jobs back to America.
Hope so. I'm an investor.
I think you at these prices, you could start making shit in America again.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
He said 40. I can read you I'll read you the exact. I know I said it on the top, so
Yeah.
don't mean to be repetitive, but his text to our group chat, the dumb thing about these tariffs is they don't change the economics of Asia enough to move manufacturing in America. Our estimate is that it would require a 40% plus tariff to compel us to move to the US. So this ends up just being a straight tax on American consumers. So he did it.
Yeah.
40%.
He did higher in some cases.
Pretty prescient on the CEO. So
All right. So we had already talked about this, but OpenAI $40 billion round is happening. 300 post.
Yeah.
Classic SoftBank.
yeah,
Whip
he'll
out.
put it in every AI company. That's what he does. He
Yeah.
does DoorDash, Postmates.
I gotta give this guy credit. He doesn't.
He's a roulette wheel.
Yeah.
You gotta spread your bets.
Yeah. He's got balls. Got big balls. To place $40 billion is obscene amount of money. We'll see what happens. I want to get to winners, losers content.
Yeah.
A lot of exciting things happening today. So who's your winner of the week?
Winner of the week's Cory Booker. He
What'd he do?
broke the record yesterday. 25 hours filibuster. I think the previous was like 24. So he spoke for 25 hours. He dehydrated himself so that he didn't have to go piss. So you have to, the filibuster ends if you leave. So you have to stay on the podium.
What was he filibustering?
It was more
More
just
like a moment.
It was a moment.
Everyone
just
says this is his play to become president.
maybe, but he was just speaking about the country and how he thought the country should work, and read a lot of stories from his constituents that
He's in New Jersey.
yeah, and he people that have lost healthcare, Medicaid, Medicare, and how important all these causes are to him and to me, to be honest, it was pretty emotional.
I didn't see it.
25
hours?
25 hours. I saw the end of it. I highly recommend. It doesn't even matter what side of the aisle you kind of, when you see someone with that kind of passion, it's moving.
That's good. I mean, that's how you get people back to caring.
Yeah.
Like you got to like focus on things people care about, not like random shit.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. The healthcare, inflation. These are the only things people care about. Your health, your money. Those are only two things you have.
If you don't have either, you're dead.
Yeah, exactly. So that any other topic to me is irrelevant. It does not touch the thing, but I'll check it out and see the clips. My winner of the week is YouTube. The rumor is now that it could be worth just independently of Google, worth $550 billion.
And Google's what, 2 trillion?
Not even now. Stock's down.
And they bought it for $1 billion.
Yeah. Insane.
So at this point, do you think Instagram's worth more than 500 billion? Because those are the two best acquisitions of all time.
Okay, let's look at Instagram revenue. Instagram revenue 2024. So the revenue they projected for last year was 71 billion. YouTube revenue 2024 is YouTube does 54 billion in revenue last year. Instagram did 71.
So Instagram's a better acquisition.
Yeah. That's insane.
So most of the value that both of these companies accreted were these two acquisitions.
Yeah. Because Google, if you value YouTube.
So if you're a $50 billion company, why wouldn't you make $1 billion acquisition? Take a bet. Take a flyer on someone.
Yeah, everyone's trying to take a flyer on TikTok.
Well, that's too obvious.
Yeah. These people, because the beautiful thing about YouTube and Instagram is Google has made a lot of shitty acquisitions.
You know, YouTube, I saw a stat, it's 11% of television content, not phone.
Yeah.
Not your iPad.
People watch.
Like people watching on their TV.
So what's interesting is
and there's no pharma ads. I don't think. Maybe there are.
Yeah. So I'll tell you, if you have YouTube TV, if you remember to add to library, you can watch the game whenever, right? And what they do is they do the key plays. Because with the kids, I can't sit and watch 3-hour games. So we watch the key plays. But if I forget to add to library, so last night, Steph Curry had like 50-something points, and then Jokic had 61.
Yep.
So we wanted to see the highlights. So what do? We go to YouTube. Someone's done a 4-minute montage of each of those. We watch YouTube. In that, we got served 10 fucking ads.
In the ad clips.
In the YouTube.
Or the
like
clips
every 1 minute
fucking
ads. You know, it's pharma, it's, athletic. It's a little more broader range than television. But man, YouTube is a advertising powerhouse. But if I were to make a bet today, I would bet on YouTube over Instagram.
YouTube over Instagram as an ad partner?
No, as what I think will be more valuable 5 years from today. Not Instagram. It'll be YouTube.
I could see that.
And I think YouTube TV getting NFL, they're going to slowly go more and more into sports. Like I just, you get these sports rights, you got people hooked. Like you just don't leave.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair.
And then loser of the week.
Loser of the week. It should have been last week, but it's kind of spilled over. Stephen A. Smith.
What do you do?
His like fight with LeBron.
Oh yeah. That's clown shit.
Like you can't go after the GOAT. You're a media personality.
By the way, I watched that Pat McAfee interview. It was incredible.
Was it? Yeah.
It was so good.
I said it was the greatest sports interview of all time.
Yeah, I mean, you've never had a guy, and he even
talked about he thought it was a conspiracy that Cleveland got him.
Yeah.
Who says that?
Yeah. He goes, it's just convenient. The hometown hero gets selected to, and he said that about Derrick Rose.
Yeah,
and
Chicago.
Someone else.
He said one other player.
Player. Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, I've disliked Stephen A. Smith for years. He's so fucking annoying. First Take is unwatchable to me. Unwatchable.
I'm a Pat Mac guy.
Yeah. I like Pat McAfee. I like that LeBron even let the idiots on the Pat McAfee show ask questions. Oh, I'm a Boston guy.
No, that's part of the
Those
content.
guys are clowns.
No, they're great. There's a reason Pat keeps them on.
Yes, I get because like the bro culture likes like when
They're not stupid. I've watched the show for a long time.
I didn't like those guys talking.
Boston Con?
Yeah, I didn't like any of those guys talking. I don't want to hear from them. I want to hear Pat, LeBron.
Well, Darius took most of it, D-Buck. He was the only one that was asking questions.
Yeah, I know the other guy.
And he's obviously a 9-year NFL vet. I know
yeah,
the
but
whole
I still
intro.
don't like. It's just hit Pat McAfee's energy, and he can push it a little harder than other people.
I don't get how he operates because he does Monday Night Raw internationally, right? So they were in Scotland last week. They were in London this week.
Private plane, and you sleep on it.
But he's recording from there.
Yeah,
And then he's back in studio in the morning.
yeah.
You fly a lot. That's not easy.
No, the harder part is that like
You have to be on for 3 hours.
Yeah, you got to be on. Yeah, it's a lot. He probably
That's why
has-
he gets the big bucks.
Yeah, great. I like it. My loser of the week is Cambodia.
46%.
49%. Poor. I mean, if you're a manufacturer in Cambodia, it's lights out.
It's toast. I
Yeah.
mean, that's what the Flexport guy
I
said.
really want to understand. I understand Vietnam. I understand Taiwan. I understand China. I do not understand Cambodia.
No, because I think he's punishing all the people that left China into Cambodia.
Yeah. Stay in China. We don't want you to go.
I mean, think about how many factories are going to close down.
Yeah, let's just shut up.
Like, all right, so I don't know how much time you have, but you're obviously in
2 minutes. Yeah,
in
A
the
few minutes.
commerce world.
Yeah.
What we just heard in the last 30
Mhm.
minutes, how's it going to affect the industry?
The industry, it's just chaos. That's how it's going to affect it first and foremost. So
People are talking about all this
yeah,
shit.
yeah, they've been talking about it. So I know the big brands knew this was coming, and they front loaded a shitload of inventory into America leading up to this date. They knew it was coming. They thought it was going to come in February, March. So a lot of people brought a lot of supply in earlier. On the supply that's coming, we are hearing across the board for pre-books for this year into next year, everyone's doing price hikes. Hey, 10%, 20% price hikes across the board. So I think you'll see all the price hikes happen. I think the brands are going to have to eat it this year. And next year is when the real impact will happen. If you took an order already, if you're Nike, Nike 2025 is done. You cannot get order goods for 2025. Every retailer's already placed their orders. Nike cannot go back and ask for more money from Foot Locker. They just cannot. So the brands are going to eat it. They're going to suffer. Consumer will really start seeing it back half of this year. New goods that are like smaller brands. If you're a $10 million brand, you're bringing in goods in June, July, August. So Q3, Q4 is when.
Was Mexico on that list?
I didn't see Mexico or Canada. Maybe that's the grand finale.
Because we imported T-shirts from Mexico for years.
That shit's got to be a wrap. He's going to drop the hammer on them. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what, it doesn't say here. Sri Lanka, 44%. That's a new one. 20% on everything EU.
But what's his goal? Just to just get them to capitulate?
Yeah. Punish them. It's a tactic. All right, content.
The Colossus, which is Patrick O'Shaughnessy's
That was going to be mine too.
version of Forbes. He's basically replacing Forbes.
Is that what he is?
Yeah. So the Colossus, Patrick O'Shaughnessy has a podcast called Invest Like the Best,
Great
Business
podcast.
Breakdowns, great podcast. And then now he's getting into print. And he profiled one of my best friends, Neil Mehta, founder of Green Oaks.
Is there a
And-
pod that accompanies it that we're getting next? Or is just the thing?
Just the article.
Not
The
a pod.
article's an hour read.
Yeah. I'm curious why he chose that format. Neil chose that format over a pod.
So
It's an incredible story.
yeah,
And I've only read a quarter of it so far.
yeah, it takes an hour.
I got to do it on a plane, and which I plan to read in the next couple of days. But I texted him. I'm like, we need the pod version. I want 5 hours.
Yeah,
I want to
like
hear
an
the
acquired
life story.
version.
Yeah, like I want the full story. I'm like, I know you, but I don't know every detail. I don't know every little story that's happened in the background. I want to hear it, but I want it in a pod format.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm curious why he chose that medium.
he always said he'd make this the first pod he does.
I actually would rather be the second because I want to hear the stories and ask the fun questions.
Yeah, and obviously, I feel like I know the whole story because I've known him over 20 years, and I've
But there's the
seen.
little details that you know. It's like you forget to share.
No, the most important takeaway from that whole article, if you actually read it, we'll post it in the show notes.
Yeah.
Is his commitment to being there for his founders. And I've seen this firsthand a million times with him. It doesn't matter where we are. If Bomb Kim from Coupon calls, he's out.
Yeah.
He's gone for an hour, and we could be at dinner. We could be at a bar. We could be at a club.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
And the time, it's impressive. I remember when I was fundraising, I called him once to get his opinion about someone. It was late at night. I didn't expect him to, call me 15 minutes.
Yeah. No, he's, I mean, I think there's a quote in the article. It's like, I think Henry Kravis, who's a
KKR.
legend. He goes, he's the real deal.
Yeah. Which is crazy. Those people don't like young bucks.
No, especially, I mean, Henry Kravis has got to be in his 70s at this
It's incredible.
point.
Yeah, I'm excited to read the article, and he's a legend at 40.
Legend at 40. And my favorite story is the Astro Boy story. So Astro Boy was...
I remember I invested in that.
yeah, it's a movie produced by a company called Maji. And it was 2007, 8, I feel like, around then. And he tells me about this company, and this is before Green Oaks, because Green Oaks started in 2012. And he's like, we should, if you're interested, take a look at this. So I put some money in, you put some money in, a few other friends put money in. It was the worst animation movie in the history of cinema.
Yeah.
And we doubled our money.
Yeah.
Then I was like, oh, this guy.
It was Snow White before Snow White.
I was like, this guy's going to be a great.
Yeah, I know. It's insane. I'm excited to read it. It's going to be pretty awesome.
Yeah, we'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah.
Right? Yep.
Well, I'm going to share it on my Instagram too. All right. Comments. YouTube comment. Huge fan of the pod. My boss turned me on to it over 2 years ago, and I haven't missed an episode. I was curious how the pod fits into your business, professional life goals. You guys are very inspiring to entrepreneurs doing their best to grow and keep up the impossible costs of living and increased costs that come with living in SoCal. Thanks for always putting out such great content. Honestly, it's fun. That's why we do it.
Yep.
That's the main reason.
It's my favorite part of the week. I don't know about you.
And professionally, it has helped me tremendously. Honestly, the number one reason why it has helped me professionally is I am an incredible fucking salesperson because I do this podcast and I know how to speak to anybody and talk about anything. And my communication skills have dramatically improved.
I agree with that.
Because of the podcast.
Similarly,
yeah. Next one, interested in your thoughts about Whatnot sales. I said last year, live streaming was going to explode in America. I said Whatnot was the platform to do it. We work with a lot of the biggest streamers on Whatnot. We work with Whatnot, the company. This company is an absolute fire. Live streaming is real. I'm all in on it. And there's so much opportunity on Whatnot to get started. Once you start doing real business, you can be a customer of Ghost. Shout outs from Rich. Big congrats to my boy Mikey for leveling up to the new men's basketball head coach at Fordham University.
That's a big deal.
You continue to make us proud, and we know you're not done. We're going to miss you. So there's a lot of FaceTimes in our future. Love you, buddy.
That's a big program. Congratulations.
Yeah. We're in New York all the time. Invite us to a game.
Yeah, we need wood.
We want to be in the wood of Fordham University game. From Rara Smooth. Shout out to my wife, Shiv, celebrating 1 year of marriage. Both are LA Cathys, and we love the pod. Awesome. From Henry. Shout out to my wife, Judith, for championing through Disney World this weekend. Jesus Christ. Economy seems pretty strong according to how crowded Disney World was. Lots of grandparents funding these trips, though. Grandma and grandpa will keep Disneyland and Disney World afloat.
The boomers are popping.
Yeah, they're going to keep that going. Next up, from Braden. Sparky here drove Dia and Anand when they were in Phoenix for the Open and Super Bowl. My best bro, Morgan, who's also a huge Kathy, just got promoted to major in the Army.
USA.
I love America first. He would love a shout out from you guys. You guys rock. All right, Morgan.
You know, congrats to Morgan and his commitment to this country that we all love and
yeah,
cherish.
we stand for the flag here.
We do.
and we tax Cambodia.
Tax Cambodia should be the title.
Yeah, that's the title. All right, Kathy's incredible.
Poor Cambodians.
Yeah, RIP. Have a great weekend. Follow the news. It's going to be entertaining because now the reciprocal Liberation Day is happening tomorrow. So stay tuned for the news because South Korea, China, and Japan said they're dropping the bomb on US tomorrow on tariffs. So it's going to be fucking blockbuster.
Yeah, it sucks that this is going to all happen real time and our pod's ending 2 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be so much more news by
in 8 hours. There's about to be some amazing news. All right. Stay tuned. Talk soon. Ciao.